Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and this morning I'm covering the Summer Major Pro Level. This will be holes number 5 through 9, so I'm finishing off the front half of the tournament. Remember, if you're looking for help on holes 1 through 4, I did release them individually yesterday so I could get a little bit out a day ahead of schedule. Alright, so here we go. Let's just go ahead and hop right into this bad boy. This is going to be hole number 5. I don't really know what to tell you about hole number 5. Because I tried like the rough bump right from the left hand side using right side spin, and I really can't find anything that looks good that we could try to dial in. It just seems like it's a really sporadic shot. And then here is about the closest that I can get, but I don't really like this shot either, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on hole number 5. To me, this one, for some reason, is a tough one to pick up a hole-in-one on, even though it shouldn't be because I do like the wind angle, but I guess it's just a weird hole layout. Anyways, we're going with, about 3 bars of side spin to the left here, but I don't really want to play that shot, so I had to hurry up and rush as I was already running out of time. So I'm going to just play with the Titan ball, and we're going to go 2 bars. I'm sorry, I'm going to play the Kingmaker. I picked the wrong ball. So I'm going to go with 2 bars of side spin to the left, and almost 2 back is really 1.8, okay? And then here you see I want you to try 10% at max. But, don't run out of time like me. Get your right ball. You could play this with the Kingmaker if you wanted to, or even a Katana. The 2 bars of side spin to the left is all you need, though. And what I'm trying to do is I'm putting my blue ring over here by the rough to the left, and I'm really only doing that in case I hit a great shot to the left. Anytime that we play a bounce over shot like this, it's always best if you can't find the hole-in-one angle to make sure you leave yourself room everywhere for a great shot. So, here if I hit a great shot to the left, if I hit a great shot to the right, I'm still going to make it over no problem and pick up my birdie. I think that's very important. We could try to play higher up on this little fairway, but it's like a weird shaped fairway. The ball bounces weird. I spent way too much time trying to figure this hole out, and at the end of the day, I couldn't even get one practice shot to go in for a hole-in-one. So notice the very big offset here. With this type of tailwind and crosswind combo, we're hoping to just let the ball, or let the wind, push the ball into the hole, and that doesn't happen either. But at least I hit a perfect ball. Maybe you can take this shot, and maybe you can tweak it. But, it comes in, and, we need to take some elevation off as I pulled. I think I either pulled this one 15 or 20%. But either way, I want you to try 10%, and we might even need a little bit more backspin too. So that's hole number 5. Take us to hole number 6. Hole number 6, pretty easy, to be honest. We're getting tailwind on this hole, so we're just going to take our most powerful driver. We're going to go with as much topspin as you have, combined with 2 bars of side spin to the right. Here, again, you got to make sure you're seeing me back up on this hole all tournament whenever we get the tailwind, rookie and pro. So here I take about 5 yards off my drive, and then I take a 10% pull. Okay, and then I go with max OP with, about 3/4 of a ball of curl to the right. And right there, we just hit fairway to fairway. I think taking 5 yards off of our driver here, at least at the extra mile 9, really leaves us a lot of wiggle room to go full OP, and then obviously we get that very controlled needle, which I've talked about a lot in this tournament. The nice part about this is it's actually going to leave us with a sniper shot. So even if you don't get as many yards as me, look at this. We're taking a sniper, right? And I'm pulling this one at mid-distance. So the cool part is we get a lot of wiggle room here on this hole. We don't have to play with the big dog. We don't have to play with the Cataclysm. We are able to try to line this one up to get this shot to drop. You're going to see here that on this shot, we are close to picking up the Albatross. I hope that you're able to make some very minor tweaks and get this ball to go into the hole for you. I mean, obviously, it's going to be a tough Alba. This is a very long par 5. But look at this. We get the bounce and we roll. And we come in really at perfect speed. You know, we just barely missed that one to the right-hand side. So if we take just a moment here to revisit our setup, you know, the backspin and all that's going to be, it's all going to depend on how far you get on your drive, right? And this is such an odd hole that some of you might be playing this shot at max, some of you might be playing it minimum, some might be playing it mid. But here's what I want to look at. That's after spin adjustment. I mean, I am offsetting to the right-hand side. And I did that on purpose, of course, because of the tailwind and crosswind push. And this might be a situation to where my ball went almost exactly where I aimed at. So keep that in mind. Let's square this one up more towards the hole and try to eliminate that little bit of right side spin that I put on. And shoot, you might pick yourself up an albatross. I'd love to hear if you do. Okay. This guy here, David, my opponent, got a great name. Check out his shot. You remember in the qualifying round, if you watch me, I said anytime we get a course that is shaped like this, there's always a potential for a great slice. Well, check this guy out. APOC, max top, which ends up getting him in the end, but that's okay. He still eagled it. Max top, 1.5 right. Look at this. Look at this landing spot. That's so easy to replicate. Look where he's landing. I wish I would have saw something like this in practice for me to work with. Look at this. That's where he's landing. So whatever works best for you, whether it's taking a look at the sand trap, whether it's taking a look at the very end of the ball guideline and seeing what bush he's pointing at. But this is going to be a full OP, full right curl, full slice. Now check this shot out. He's got a ton of room right here to work with on the fairway. Just misses the sand trap, but he would have rolled out anyways and landed on the fairway. And look at that. That is a chip-in shot for eagle. I would rather take that shot right there for eagle than really any other shot. Obviously, I'd rather land on the green or fairway, but he did make that. So I think that's a really good one to play with. You know, I don't know what that's going to look like for all APOC levels. I didn't really take time to break it down, of course, because it's not my shot. But shoot, if you're off to a really good start, you might want to take one ball there to practice. And I know it's a berserker, but if you're in contention to possibly get a podium spot in a major, why not use a berserker and a practice token and see if you can get it figured out? Now here we can take a look at my lame old boring shot. I'm going to go full top spin. 2 bars of right side spin with a Titan. We're using a Titan here because we're getting a wind push, right? We don't want to use a Kingmaker to knock down that wind. I was trying to figure out, you know, what's going to be the best spot for me to land. Ultimately, I just pick that little rock there. That's kind of like my landing position. I make my adjustment, and then I'm going to pull it back to max. And then from here, I'll be going with the max OP, 1 full ball of curl to the right-hand side. Hit it perfect. And we get a nice little rollout, and that's going to leave me with an ugly shot for shot number 2, in which I play with the Grizzly. There's honestly really nothing to see here. This is 0% at mid. You know, I couldn't play over the sand trap. I couldn't play below the sand trap and bounce over, so I had to go above the sand trap and try to go directly at the pin. Like that. Perfect ball. Not the best shot in the world, but, you know, you could drop it. Or you could try to lay up without going over, you know, that rough area and try that sniper shot that we played in the last round as well. Oh, this one is so frustrating. This one is the one that I thought I was going to get a hole-in-one on. But here, 6 mile per hour wind. This was, unfortunately, one of the higher winds that I got. And I guess the backspin, well, I know, the backspin just got me here. 3 back, 1 bar of side spin to the left. We do have to play this here, this one above the sand. And we got to play it really close to the fringe. So we're playing with the green ring right there up on the rough line. And with the 3 backspin and 6 miles an hour, the ball guideline is only barely through the hole. That's a very, very boneheaded mistake by me. I should have known better off my practice tokens that I used to take a little bit of the backspin off. The side spin is good, and that's why we want to use a navigator, because we can just use 1 bar left side spin and then just tweak our backspin. But here, look at this. I get a perfect ball, and I was really excited when I hit it. I was like, yeah, it's going to go in. That ball's curving right back towards the hole, but as you can see, it just stops too short. So, you know, you're going to be playing this shot anywhere from 2.5 bars to 3 bars of backspin. So just keep that in mind. Just make sure that that ball guideline goes through the hole, and hopefully you can pick yourself up a hole-in-one on hole number 8. Take us to hole number 9. Hole number 9, I do have an albatross to show you. We're going to go 10% at max, and we're going to push back up to max. Again, you're going to take a powerful driver here, and we're just going to try to clear these rocks. You could take this with a Titan. You could take this with a power 4 ball. You could take this with the power 5 ball. Just make sure that whatever ball you're going to use, you don't use something that has high wind resistance. We are getting a very nice tailwind here, and we don't want to eliminate that wind on the drive. I push back up to max. I go with almost full OP, but not quite. I do go with 1 ball of curl to the left. Here, you see that? Fairway to fairway, and of course we're going to get a significant rollout here, which is going to leave us for a shot for an albatross. Now, the shots you're going to see here, I play 5% at max. I have 2 shots to show you. 5% at max is how I'm playing this one. I know that I'm not at max with the Grizzly, but just because of, you know, the tailwind push, I decided to go ahead and just pull it at full, you know, distance of my club. I'm going to show you this shot that I dropped, okay? The shot goes in the hole, but it's lucky because I hit a great shot. So I'll show you this one, and then I'll show you another shot on why I think 5% is going to play pretty consistent. But I do want to say while we're looking at this, please, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And then secondly, if you like my content, take a moment there and hit the thumbs up before you go. So that ball went into the hole. You saw the speed was really good, so we know that. Now on this one here, look at this one. I got more yards on my drive. I'm way up here now. So I'm not going to play this one at max. I've got too much club length here to play it at max. I'm going to play it straight up at mid. Now notice I'm going more backspin than I did on the other account. And this time I'm trying to gauge, okay, I hit a great shot on that account. What do I need to do differently? Because obviously if I would have hit a perfect on the last shot, it wouldn't have gone in, right? So I'm trying to think, okay, with the way that ball went in on a great shot, what do I need to do differently? And this is what I come up with. That's the landing spot I come up with. You can see it really good right there. And hey, also, if you like my content, if you would like to support my efforts and my time, you know, throughout this week on the pro level for a major tournament, you can always hook me up on my PayPal. That is in the comments section below. And truly, I'm grateful for anything that comes through. I'm very, very appreciative. Look at that. That 5% plays super good. The ball is just sitting there right at the pin. So obviously just a very, very minor tweak to move our adjustment over to the left-hand side. And we could be picking up something that might look like an almost consistent albatross on hole number 9. Thanks for watching. I'm going to start playing the back 9. I hope you all have a great day.